Father Tom wiped sweat from his forehead as he hammered at the old basement wall. St. Michael's Church had stood in Providence, Rhode Island, for over 100 years. The ancient stones needed repairs, and Father Tom wanted to help save money by doing some work himself. He loved this old church more than anything. The hammer struck something hollow. Father Tom stopped and listened carefully. He tapped again, hearing an empty space behind the crumbling wall. His heart beat faster with curiosity. What could be hiding back there? He had explored every inch of this church, or so he thought. Maybe he had found a storage room nobody knew about. He grabbed a crowbar and began pulling away loose stones. Dust filled the air, making him cough. His flashlight beam cut through the darkness as the hole grew bigger. Cold air rushed out from the opening, carrying a musty smell. Father Tom's hands trembled slightly. He had always loved mysteries, even as a young boy reading detective stories. Finally, the hole was large enough to squeeze through. Father Tom climbed into the darkness beyond the wall. His flashlight revealed stone steps leading down into blackness. Cobwebs brushed his face as he descended carefully. The air grew colder with each step. At the bottom, his light revealed a small chamber with stone walls and a vaulted ceiling. In the center sat an old wooden chest covered in dust. Strange symbols were carved into its dark wood. Father Tom approached slowly, his breath coming in short gasps. He reached out and touched the chest. It felt solid and real. His mind raced with possibilities. What treasure or secret had been hidden here for so many years? Father Tom knelt beside the ancient chest. His knees ached against the cold stone floor. The lock was rusted and broken, hanging uselessly from the clasp. He took a deep breath and lifted the heavy lid. The hinges creaked loudly in the silent chamber. Golden light seemed to explode from inside, reflecting his flashlight beam. "Oh my goodness," Father Tom whispered, his voice shaking. Inside the chest lay stacks and stacks of gold bars. Each one gleamed like a tiny sun. They were arranged in neat rows, filling the chest completely. He had never seen so much gold in his entire life. His mind struggled to understand what he was looking at. He picked up one gold bar carefully. It was surprisingly heavy, cold, and smooth in his hands. Official markings were stamped on its surface. This was real gold, not fake or painted metal. Father Tom set it down gently and noticed something else. A white envelope lay tucked beside the gold bars, yellowed with age. His hands shook as he opened the envelope carefully. Inside was a letter written in neat handwriting. The ink had faded, but was still readable. Father Tom held his flashlight close and began reading. The words made his eyes grow wide. This letter would explain everything, he hoped. The mystery was about to unfold before him. The letter began with 3 simple words: "Forgive me, Father." Father Tom's throat felt tight. He continued reading, his heart pounding in his chest. Someone had hidden this gold on purpose. Someone with secrets and regrets. Someone who needed forgiveness desperately. The story written in this letter would change everything he thought he knew about his church. Father Tom read the letter slowly, absorbing every word. It was dated March 15, 1955, almost 70 years ago. The writer identified himself as Vincent "Vinny the Shadow" Romano, a name Father Tom recognized. His grandmother had mentioned that name once, calling him a dangerous criminal. Vinny had been a powerful mafia boss in Providence during the 1950s. "I stole this gold from many people," the letter continued in its neat script. "I hurt families. I ruined lives. The guilt became too heavy to carry anymore. My heart is sick with what I have done. I cannot give this money back to those I wronged because many are gone now. So I hide it here in God's house, hoping for redemption." Father Tom sat down on the cold floor, still reading. Vinny explained that he had discovered this forgotten crypt during a secret meeting in the church basement. The old priest then knew nothing about the hidden space. Vinny realized it was the perfect hiding place. He brought the gold late one night, sealed the entrance, and told no one. "If someone finds this gold someday, please use it for good," Vinny wrote. "Help the poor. Feed the hungry. Fix this beautiful church. Do all the good things I failed to do. Maybe then God will forgive a wicked man like me. I am dying now, and I am afraid of what comes next." Please pray for my soul." Father Tom felt tears rolling down his cheeks. The letter ended with a simple signature. Even criminals could feel sorry for their sins. Even hard men could seek forgiveness before death. He folded the letter carefully and placed it back in the envelope. This gold represented suffering and hope, evil and redemption, all mixed together in one incredible discovery. Father Tom climbed back through the wall into the church basement. Sunlight streamed through the small windows near the ceiling. Everything looked normal and peaceful, but nothing was normal anymore. He held $8 million in gold down in that secret crypt. His life had changed in one incredible morning. He walked upstairs to his small office and sat down heavily. His mind swirled with thoughts and worries. Should he tell the police immediately? Should he call the bishop? What about the church's desperate need for repairs? The roof leaked badly, and the heating system barely worked anymore. This gold could solve every problem St. Michael's faced. But the gold was stolen. Vinnie Romano had taken it from innocent people through violence and fear. Even though those people were long gone, it still felt wrong. Father Tom rubbed his tired eyes. Being a priest meant doing the right thing, even when it was difficult. But what was the right thing in this crazy situation? He remembered Vinnie's final request: use the money for good. Help people. Fix the church. The old criminal wanted his stolen wealth to finally help others instead of hurt them. Maybe that was the answer. Maybe God had guided Father Tom to find this gold for exactly that purpose. Divine plans worked in mysterious ways sometimes. Father Tom picked up his phone, then set it down again. He needed to think more carefully. If he announced this discovery, the government might seize everything. Legal battles could last for years. Meanwhile, his church was falling apart. The community needed help now. Poor families in the neighborhood struggled daily. Could he be smart about this incredible discovery? Father Tom decided to visit someone wise. He drove across town to see Father Bernard, his old mentor. Father Bernard was 82 years old and had retired 5 years ago. But his mind remained sharp, and his advice was always thoughtful. Father Tom trusted him more than anyone else in the world. They sat in Father Bernard's sunny kitchen, drinking coffee. Father Tom explained everything: the hidden crypt, the chest of gold, Vinnie Romano's letter. He spoke quietly, making sure nobody could overhear. Father Bernard listened carefully, nodding occasionally. His wrinkled face showed no surprise. He had seen many strange things during his long life. "So you found blood money hidden in sacred ground," Father Bernard said slowly. He sipped his coffee thoughtfully. "And a dying sinner asked for his evil deeds to become good deeds. That is quite a burden God has placed on your shoulders, Tom. The question is simple: what would Jesus do with stolen gold?" Father Tom frowned, thinking hard. Jesus would help the poor. He would heal the sick. He would never keep stolen money for himself. But Jesus also followed the law. "I feel torn between doing legal things and doing good things. Sometimes they are not the same. What if the law wastes this opportunity to help people?" Father Bernard smiled gently. "You must follow both the law and your conscience, my son. Tell the authorities about your discovery. Be completely honest. But also tell them about Vinnie's letter and his dying wish. Explain how this money could help your struggling community. Let them make the legal decision. Your conscience will be clear, and justice will be served properly." Father Tom drove back to St. Michael's feeling better. Father Bernard was right, as usual. Honesty was always the best path forward. He would report the gold immediately. The authorities could decide what happened next. He had done nothing wrong by discovering it. His duty was simply to tell the truth. Back in his office, Father Tom called the Providence Police Department. A detective named Maria Santos answered. She sounded young and professional. Father Tom explained his discovery carefully, describing every detail. Detective Santos asked him to repeat certain parts. She sounded skeptical. Finding $8 million in church basements did not happen every day. "Stay right there, Father," Detective Santos said firmly. "Don't touch anything else in that crypt. Don't tell anyone about this discovery yet. We'll send officers immediately, along with federal agents. This involves a lot of money, so multiple agencies will investigate. Do you understand? This is extremely serious now." Father Tom agreed and hung up. His hands were shaking again. Now the wheels of justice were turning. He had started something that could not be stopped. Within an hour, his quiet church would be filled with police officers, federal agents, and investigators. The secret chamber would be photographed, measured, and documented. The gold would be counted and taken away. He walked down to the basement and looked at the hole in the wall. Darkness stared back at him. That hidden crypt had kept its secret for 70 years. Vincent Romano had died decades ago, probably never knowing if anyone would find his gold. Now his letter would be read by strangers. His final wish would be judged by the law. Within 2 hours, St. Michael's Church was swarming with officials. Police cars blocked the street outside. Neighbors gathered curiously, whispering and pointing. Detective Santos arrived with 3 other detectives. Federal agents from the FBI came next. Everyone wore serious expressions. They treated the church basement like a crime scene. Father Tom led them to the hidden crypt. Photographers snapped pictures of everything. Agents carefully removed each gold bar, weighing and cataloging it. They found exactly 400 bars of pure gold. At current prices, the total value exceeded $8 million. Vinny Romano had been a very successful criminal before his conscience finally bothered him. Detective Santos read Vinny's letter carefully, her eyes scanning each line. Other agents crowded around, reading over her shoulder. They passed the yellowed paper around gently, treating it like precious evidence. One older FBI agent nodded slowly. He remembered stories about Vinny the Shadow from his early career. The legendary gangster had disappeared mysteriously in 1955. "This letter changes everything," Detective Santos said to Father Tom. She looked at him with new respect. Vinny Romano was never caught or prosecuted. He died before anyone could arrest him. That means this gold technically has no owner. Usually, we would return stolen property. But everyone involved is dead now. The legal situation is complicated and unusual. Father Tom felt a spark of hope. What happens to the gold then? Can it be used for good, like Vinny requested? Can it help people who need it? That was his dying wish. Maybe honoring that wish is the right thing. Maybe that is how justice and mercy meet together. Weeks passed slowly while lawyers and judges debated. The gold sat in a secure federal vault downtown. Newspapers ran exciting stories about the discovery. Television reporters interviewed Father Tom on the church steps. St. Michael's became famous overnight. Tourists visited just to see the old building that had hidden such an incredible secret. Father Tom tried to continue his normal duties. He held Sunday services, visited sick parishioners, and taught children about faith. But his mind constantly wandered to Vinny's gold. What would the courts decide? Would the money help his struggling church and community? Or would it disappear into government accounts, helping nobody? The waiting felt unbearable sometimes. The neighborhood watched closely too. Poor families hoped the money might fund new programs. The church desperately needed repairs. Local schools needed books and supplies. A community center needed renovations. Everyone imagined how $8 million could transform their struggling area. Hope grew stronger each day. The gold represented possibilities they had never dreamed about. Then, finally, Detective Santos called with news. Father Tom's hands trembled as he answered the phone. His heart pounded in his chest. This phone call would determine everything. 6 weeks of waiting would finally end. He closed his eyes and prayed silently before speaking. Whatever happened next was in God's hands now. "Father Tom, the judge made his decision," Detective Santos said. Her voice sounded happy, which seemed like a good sign. "Are you sitting down? You're going to want to hear this carefully. The ruling is complicated but ultimately very good." The judge was impressed by Vinny's letter. He was moved by the criminal's final wish for redemption through good deeds. Detective Santos continued explaining the judge's ruling. Father Tom listened carefully, hardly daring to breathe. The judge had researched Vincent Romano's criminal history thoroughly. Vinny had stolen from other criminals mostly, not innocent citizens. The original owners were all dead. Their families could not be located. Therefore, the gold had no legal owner. The judge ruled that the gold would stay in Providence. It would be managed by a special trust fund. Father Tom would serve on the board of directors. Community leaders would help decide how money was spent. The fund would help St. Michael's Church first, honoring where the discovery happened. Then it would assist poor families, schools, and neighborhood programs forever. The judge said something beautiful in his ruling, Detective Santos added. She read from official papers. Vincent Romano sought redemption through one final act of conscience. Though he lived wickedly, he died hoping his sins could become blessings. This court honors that hope. Let this criminal's stolen gold now feed the hungry, shelter the homeless, and bring light to darkness. Father Tom felt tears streaming down his face. His prayers had been answered perfectly. The gold would do exactly what Vinny wanted. Justice had been served. Mercy had prevailed. Evil had been transformed into good. God worked in mysterious ways, using even sinners to accomplish his purposes. This incredible story would inspire people for generations to come. He thanked Detective Santos and hung up. Then Father Tom walked down to the church sanctuary. He knelt before the altar and prayed. He thanked God for this miracle. He prayed for Vinny Romano's soul, hoping the troubled man had found peace. He prayed for wisdom to use this gift well. His small church would now help transform an entire community. 6 months later, St. Michael's Church looked completely different. The roof had been repaired with new slate tiles. The heating system worked perfectly. Beautiful stained glass windows replaced broken ones. The sanctuary glowed with fresh paint. But Father Tom was most proud of what the church was doing beyond its walls. The Romano Redemption Fund, as it was officially named, had already helped 200 families. Rent assistance kept people in their homes. Food programs fed hungry children. Medical bills got paid. College scholarships were awarded. A new community center opened nearby. Vinny's blood money was now flowing through the neighborhood like clean water, bringing life everywhere. Father Tom often visited the sealed crypt in the basement. A memorial plaque now marked the spot. It read, "Here Vincent Romano sought forgiveness and found redemption. His final act of conscience continues blessing this community." May we all remember that it is never too late to choose good over evil. Mercy triumphs over judgment. Sometimes Father Tom wondered what Vinny would think of all this. The old gangster probably never imagined his secret gold would become so important. He just wanted forgiveness before dying. But his one good decision at life's end had multiplied into thousands of blessings. Perhaps that was how redemption worked. One candle could light many others. Father Tom smiled as children played in the newly renovated church courtyard. Their laughter echoed off the old stone walls. Families gathered for community dinners every Thursday. People had hope again. All because one criminal finally listened to his conscience, and one priest discovered a hidden crypt. It was a miracle wrapped in mystery, proving that goodness could emerge even from darkness. The golden secret had become a golden blessing.